You know who I am? Let us record great deeds this day and give these Urki scum a right royal hammering!
Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 in part 21 of our Grombrindal Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we have a battle against the Decadent Host and Prince Sigvald hiding behind his walls here at the Fortress of the Damned. This is several turns later. I went ahead and time skipped through the global recruitment turns, if you will. So now we have our full, upgraded army there. We have both of the rune golems we are now allowed. You can only get, you are capped per rune forge there. So we have both of the normal ones. These are monstrous infantry. They have quite a bit of mass with 2,000 apiece. Their abilities are perfect vigor. They're going to be unbreakable and have wall breaker, so they're kind of like just upgraded Ushabti, if you will. They just don't have that bonus versus infantry. They have plenty of armor-piercing weapon strength, though. And I have one with the rune that gives us Discouraged and Terror, and the other that gives a bonus versus large. We've got almost a armor-piercing halberd unit to be running around and dropping the large units, and then one that is more for terror routing off infantry lines. We also have the Iron Thunderers, which if we read the tooltip there, they're Thunderers that are better armored, better in melee, hit harder per volley, and reload a bit slower than standard Thunderers. So they have kind of more hand cannon Thunderers than normal, and they're obviously more heavily armored. But that was all the new units, except for our Sappers, which are going to be combat engineers, and after doing a bit of testing, these landmines are pretty nasty. You don't want to step on them yourself because you can detonate your own landmines there. They've got one set of caltrops, which are just perfectly fine how they are. They've got one volley gun, one organ gun, and one bolt thrower, and that is exactly one team. So normally when you would recruit one of these, you would either get, I think it's 4 per on each of these. You deploy one team with a group of Dawi to man it. They're kind of like little field guns that would happen out in the first 2 World Wars, or even before the Napoleonic. You can also deploy with Vanguard and are immune to psychology, with some pretty solid spell resistance being Dawi. They also have rifles themselves, so they can stick in and defend themselves when engaged, but there's only 48 of them, so they're not going to be dishing out a ton of damage, but that's not their job. Let's take a quick look at the terrain here. I'm thinking we have ourselves a normal Chaos Fort, but always want to just be for sure. Get several demons here and a couple of very large units with the Marquis and the big old Tootie Boy. I think we'll probably smash into one of these corners here and then take it probably into the leadership spot, threaten it if we can. I can't remember if it's in this center or the leadership spot is back here. We shall soon see. Let's bring Sigvald's walls down. Alright, let's just get to tearing down these walls, and they are absolutely covered in squidgy little slimy bits, aren't they? Yeah, Slanesh has made this place good and gross. This poor man got left up on top of the tower. He probably just sat up there and hid. So which set of areas is best to smash through? This one would give us less overall cover on our way in. There's only one wall that looks like we can actually take down. Those are indestructible there being a corner for some reason, because being able to destroy corners is too difficult. We can take out the walls there, and then this position here. Everything else is kind of guarded by chasm. Now we aren't the best at walking on lava. This other side here is pretty much the exact same. So you know what? We will stick in right here and get this going. So let's bring Ulthar's Raiders off to the side. We'll have our cannons kind of holding in, I think there. We'll put the bombards off to the side here. They can kind of launch their shells in an angle over the walls. Might bring the cannons a little bit higher up. And then we'll throw the sappers in here, further back, so we can kind of decide where to go when the battle is engaged. We'll have a back line of quarrelers. Hold them there, and then we'll put the, let's grab these two and push them forward so they get shot at first if anyone has to. Hold it back. We'll have all of our ranged units in a group. That way we know who is who. I'll probably pull the sappers into this group here, that way they're in a group with the heroes, since they kind of count as heroes in my eyes there, so we'll grab them, slot them all together, bring over our lords so we don't forget them. Our rune golems, which we'll take a quick look at here in a moment, as well as the sappers and iron thunderers. We just want to get everyone set up to start. I think I want the hunters off on the sides, and then the iron boys holding the front, since they have shields and a bit more armor. And we'll have our longbeards being on the flanks. Throw them in front of the bombards so they don't have any issues with that. Make sure you guys are all in guard mode. Perfect, and then we'll take a quick look at our brand new units. So we have, first up, the Iron Thunderers, which have quite a bit heavily armored and have a great big axe to chop fools down with. That's some solid plate armor. They're gonna have a hard time moving around, but when they get shot, they are not going to really feel it. But for the rune golems, which are going to be the real unit we're worried about here, absolutely incredible. 2 tons of cold, hard steel crashing into you with a hammer. Probably a bad time. We have our sappers, which are going to be our combat engineers. They've got themselves some gats, and they are all set up with all the equipment they need to... They look like they all have a cannon, so we may be able to set up more than just what we have. Looks good to me. Let's get this battle going. Let's immediately have these cannons start bringing down these towers, and actually mortars are very good at shooting down towers as well in breaker form. We'll go ahead and turn off fire at will as well so we don't blow up any of our own units. And let's start moving the individual teams in closer to the walls so we can start blasting over them with our quarrelers. We'll have the rune golems here start chunking on that fort wall, and you guys come over and do the same here. Please don't get any friendly fire on these rune golems. They are quite tall. Right, the towers are down. We'll stop firing for a moment till everyone is clear. Both towers crumble to the ground. Let's start blasting away at this next group of towers. You guys can start ripping into those Marauder Horsemen. Our Lord here can drop down an explosion, get that timer. Take it on backwards. They may run away, though. We'll see. Move a little faster. Pain moving a little quicker as well. Oh, those canister shots ripping about 1/3 of the health off that one, and then about 1/4 on the other.
Master of Runecraft, God.
Probably a good idea to give them different targets, because these guys are going to be running away. They don't like getting shot. That next group of towers is down. Let's blow up this one, and then we should be pretty safe there. Bring the front line a wee bit closer. Oh, probably not use them. Everyone else will push closer to the walls. Allow them to start firing over a little sooner. Let's get the field artillery team scooting forward, so as soon as that wall's down, we can chuck down an organ gun or something similar. You start knocking on the gatehouse. We can put you up on the wall and probably bring down that hero pretty easily in single combat. Let's get through this wall first and then do it from there. You guys go ahead and blast away at this Chaos Troll. Let's have every single one of you fire on the marquee. Are you all in guard mode? Perfect. Then where's our Rune Lord? Let's slow this fool down. I'm not going to overcast it just so we don't have any worries of blowing up our own lads. We'll slow them down and see how many shots we can get in. Oh, they're arcing over the wall, but did they go after someone else? Lots of misses. Oh, a bit of a waste then. Unfortunate. Let's grab all of the Thunderers, push them forward. Rune Golems are through the wall. Excellent. Alright, let's kind of pull back a bit then. We can bring the Hunters around. You can kind of take your place in the gap there. Ulthar's Raiders forward. Pull back away from the marquee. Let all these guns start firing in. And we're going to lose a couple Rune Golems on that charge, but that's fine. That is going to take a ton of damage. Let's get it bogged down. Ooh, that damage. The marquee accidentally came out behind the walls and is dead. Gonna get a couple swings in, but surrounded and destroyed. Go ahead and help at the gate. Sigvald's taking some shots as well. Now, I think it's definitely time for us to throw down one of the weaker units. First, let's drop a bolt thrower. One that we don't care so much if it does end up getting killed. You guys pull away because Sigvald is an ultimate duelist. You can jump on up there and do battle with the Exalted Hero. We just got to make sure to pull away when Sigvald gets a little closer. And drop the armor on this poor fool here.
It is a reckoning! Thunderous!
Very picky with our targets to start. I'm fine to start shooting at this poor Exalted Hero here with cannons until he decides that being on the walls is dangerous. Ballistae. Start picking apart those Chaos Trolls. I need to scoot over a little bit then. You guys get a bit closer as well. No, nothing else to deploy yet. We're going to be stingy with everyone except for our Quarrels. We're going to keep them firing. Let's get the Bombards tearing apart this group of Marauders. Chaos Lord is already dead. Well done. Cheering himself on. Alright, well, let's come on down and do battle with these guys so they don't leave. The Mountaineers are not the best guys to be shooting at them, but they'll make their presence felt. Keeping my Rune Golems in reserve here. If we can lure Sigvald in. Looks like the cannons are really having a hard time. They're moving forward. Why are you moving forward? You should be able to shoot him. Let's hang out where you're at then. Move apart just a bit. Quarrelers keep firing over the top. As soon as we make sure we have the guys back, let's move the Iron Thunderers up here. Basically just claim the zones. Move forward a bit. Let's have these Rune Golems move in and claim this zone as well. If Sigvald wants to come fight, happy to let him. Send the Thunderers forward. You guys could just keep planking away at these trolls. That'd be great. Do it without moving. Let's bring the Longbeards up so we can use them as well. Longbeards on the other side as well. Our Lord is doing, or our Thane rather, is doing very well here. We're not even going to use any of his abilities except for the Foe Seeker, so we keep his vigor looking good. A bunch of people are fighting Sigvald all at once. Let's make sure that this works out. Do we have anything that can weaken Sigvald? The answer is an absolute no. But we can drop down more melee attack with the Rune of Speed. Heroic Killing Blow first, and then more melee attack. These Longbeards around. Don't know that they're going to be able to win that. Sigvald is a nasty fighter. I don't think the Quarrelers can help either. Start blasting away at those Chaos Warriors behind. We may end up dropping down the Caltrops just to slow the enemy down as they come on a little bit closer. Move up, start blasting on those fools there. Here comes some Demonettes. Pull back a little bit, let that gunfire do its thing. They already have almost no armor, let's weaken it further. Get these other Rune Golems over helping out. You turn. You guys should be able to make excellent pin cushions out of those poor Demonettes there. Rune Golems are down to 9 on this side here. We're having a really hard time with Sigvald. What amazing volley into his back, though. We can keep those going. Get some damage resistance on the Lord. Rune Golems are handling the hero. Make sure he doesn't leave. You guys switch targets there. Get that discouraged effect. The ones with 7 left are going to need to pull back. See if I can heal them with our sappers. Let's come on back behind the walls. Let's go out this way so we don't get shot by those Mountaineers there. You keep fighting, you turn around and attack Sigvald. Another amazing volley. Can you heal these golems? That's the true question. They are constructs. They're moving. They have to stop moving. Stop moving right there then so we can heal you. Yeah, no, we don't need to bring anyone else in. Let's charge these Rune Golems back so they don't take too much damage fighting Sigvald. Let's let ourselves get another volley in. This thing is just an absolute champion. Let's bring our bombards up. We still have a couple summons of weapon teams in reserves there as well. Is not a construct statue unit. You're lying, Morgan. That is a rune golem. I can see it. That's fine. Okay, we definitely need to get the boy some help now because Sigvald is bullying him. Let's slow him down. Bring the Longbeards in now. Quickly, quickly. Get behind your Longbeards, dude. Once Sigvald is done, this game is pretty well over. Turn around and bully these trolls here, though. Get grudging indeed. Deal with these demonettes. You guys need to move back just a bit. We'll have these Ulthar's Raiders move forward, and the Thane come on in as well. Bit of a slow battle here. Let's bring you back, because Sigvald looks like he's coming his way through that group to get you. Demonette's ruined those golems in a fight. Good to keep in mind, though. That armor piercing is real mean. Alright, we got him bogged down in a whole bunch of death. Add some extra leadership. He's going to get smacked with a hammer there. Get the Thane involved with all that nonsense. Let's have these bombards thin the herd. Ulthar's Raiders. Let's drop the armor on Sigvald. You guys are disrupting. Quarrelers can't really do much there. And Sigvald is absolutely handling this group solo. If I lose both of my rune golems, I'm going to be all the sad. Get some extra melee attack on everyone here so we actually bring him down. Over here getting bullied. Down to 5 each. We're probably going to have to keep the rune golems out of the fight going forward. A bit unfortunately. Let's kick in your healing potion and all of your buffs. Their lord is down. Let's get these rune golems. Yeah, they're starting to take a lot of damage from those towers. Let's bring them out. Time to bring in the guns. Longbeards move forward, form a bit of a wall there. Bring the guns in. Iron Thunders are really not doing much that whole fight. Bring them in now. We really need to take down some of these towers. See if you can range it. Start chopping away at this next group. Perfect. Blew down that tower in one single shot. Can you guys take down this one next? That would be fantastic. If they can't, we may have to switch targets pretty quickly. Drop down some drops so they can't just get right on into us. I've chased off a good deal of them. Let's bring you back. These Longbeards are about to get charged into by these armored trolls, but the gun line is going to start singing soon. And we can drop an explosion down in the middle of this group. Keep running, fools. We were a bit too early with it, but it still slowed them down long enough to allow another volley. Charge you in on those demonettes. Demonettes are going to hurt, though, so let's bring the Longbeards forward. Blast away with those quarrels. They're going to dish out a lot of damage. They are definitely a glass cannon unit. Our caltrops, they're breaking. Oh no. Drop down some more. Pull you away from your friendlies here. Or charge past. Get the heroic killing blow going, so if anyone does try to stop them, they get chopped. Give them the axe. Alright, our cannons are acting incredibly goofy. Let's pull this one back. This one's actually got some shots, though. They're hitting some. Let's bring this one back so they can actually fire through the wall. Day is doing almost nothing. Rune Lord's doing excellent. Those demonettes are gone. Slow march through the rest of these armies, or these forces now. You guys work together to deal with these marauders. We'll weaken their armor when we get a bit closer. Bring these Longbeards with. Keep an eye on those trolls. Let's bring these quarrels in. Guns as well. Put the guns up front. Now, let's not get too far ahead of everyone else. We do need to get on in, though, because we are getting blasted apart by towers. Very slowly.
Blow through! Master of Runecraft! Move! Come on!
Move forward and hold the line. Start chopping down with the very limited ammunition you have.
Move!
Move all as one here.
Find your
Let's bring
target.
the field gun in.
Move!
Not a lot for the cannons to be doing. Knock down that tower there. Perfect. Can you guys hit this one by any chance?
Have wronged us. Zah!
Do what you can. I'll keep an eye on them, though, because they may get moving too far in.
Range fire! Range fast! For the ancestors!
Right, a whole large force is coming out now. Let's bring the bombards forward. Just move forward to where you can start firing on those halberds there.
Let the vengeance begin.
And the Longbeards take the front there. That area is down. Let's keep charging. Keep smashing on in.
Let the vengeance
The gun teams are doing
begin.
excellent. Let's bring them this way.
Iron will.
They're going to try to sandwich us between the two. So let's keep moving and keep that from happening.
Strike out. Lord of
We'll also keep it from happening by exploding them if they get too close. Get the heroic killing blow going here in just a moment. Drop the caltrops down. You guys go ahead and charge in.
For our ancestors.
They do move a bit slowly there. Let's bring these Thunderers to here. We need to have someone else with a gun start tearing down this
Bring them down.
here.
Killers.
Alright, how do we next? We have to move in.
Move now.
You don't have to worry about the trap at all. Just get in there and claim that position.
Move now.
Gotta stop some of these towers from firing on us.
Strike out. Take them down.
Alright, the Slaughtercade's moving in now. I think our Lord should be able to handle the Slaughtercade just fine.
Thunderers.
We don't want to assume, though, because that's how we get annihilated.
Iron will.
Perfect. This one group's done. Their leadership has really suffered for Sigvald's death.
Give me vengeance. Thunderers. For the ancestor gods.
You guys fire on them. Let's go ahead and drop some caltrops behind you.
Let's start shooting. Thunderers. Move off. Ranged fire.
You guys go ahead and move over and claim this position if you're able. We'll have all these charging on these poor marauders. Warlers.
Fire, range fast. Dwarves.
Charge in. Stop that.
The clans
They're almost here. You guys keep firing in.
Thunderers. Pump those
Go ahead and
dwarf
slow them down.
legs.
Let those Thunderers start firing. You drop some caltrops.
Hit them. Pump those dwarven legs.
Keep moving forward.
The Karazhan Corps. Move to attack.
Go ahead and speed everyone's melee up there, or speed them up just in general.
Warriors. For
Alright, the Slaughtercade is in on these Quarrelers here. Let's get get them surrounded and destroyed. Move a group up to stop any kind of nonsense. We do still have the Thunderguff to deal with.
Kill the off-splitters.
Come on back. Do not engage too far.
Ancestors watch.
We've got us kind of completely surrounded there, but we can blow up a couple of the areas and just kind of pull back a bit further. Very slow going this one is.
For the ancestors. Move now.
Blowing them around. The Thunderguff is coming on in. He's going to have some good damage, and my voice is going away.
Battle ready.
Because of course it is.
Grimnir is with us.
Oh, they built the barricades last second. That's goofy.
And unbound.
Unfortunate. These guys are going to take a lot of damage. They can start fighting while they get over there and help.
I am strong. Let's start shooting.
Start blasting.
Thunderers.
Going to definitely need the help.
Shield bearers, ho.
Turn you guys around and start fighting with these Chaos Trolls.
Come together, lads.
Those Hunters are getting some really good damage in. But once the Thunderguff arrives, it's pretty much game over for them.
Get them.
All missiles get on target.
Taking aim.
We are losing those sappers, which is incredibly unfortunate. got killed by some shenanigans.
Right.
Being able to build barricades when there's no units there. I think you could actually should be able to build stuff even while the battle's going, but make you have to have a unit dedicate time to doing it. So there is, so like say you have a group of chaos warriors with halberds there. Instead of allowing them to fight, they are able to build up a barricade instead, you know? So keep the ability to build stuff, but you have to basically dedicate a unit to doing it. We're going to deal with that. Luckily, the sappers may survive. No, they're definitely... 7 left. We'll get really lucky if they do end up surviving. At this point soon, as the voice continues to go. Keep running.
Move off.
I could go ahead and deploy an artillery team, but there's no one nearby to take advantage.
Nothing can stop
Those
us.
Longbeards are getting absolutely crushed. Their armor will hold in for a moment, but not for too long.
Quarrelers. Thunderers.
Warlords are keeping them pinned down. We've just got several units left to deal with, and just to mop up. Looks like leadership is finally starting to go.
Axes out. Vengeance.
You boys better be running.
Thunderers.
And victory. A grueling battle, but one that we will claim that victory happily. And after an incredibly long and bloody battle, we managed to crack the defenses here, and we will happily take the spoils. The golden sword is going to end up going to... The artillery doesn't count. Ulthar's Raiders. They are an incredible unit, so I'm happy to see it. Our Thane also was an absolute champion there, killing several champions of chaos himself. We will happily sack this for the almost 8,000 gold and 25 oath gold. Raltrash Rune Smasher. He has smashed his last. And so this is being in the uninhabitable climate. So what we shall do, I don't have enough for moving into anything else. We may just go ahead and claim it and then abandon the settlement or pass it off to one of our allies. Being uninhabitable, it takes everything 100% more time to actually end up constructing. Income is dropped by 50%. Construction cost is 50% more. It's just absolutely not worth it. We are going to grab this purely for the ability to not take attrition and to eliminate Sigvald here. We'll have to find something to do with this settlement after, though. I actually will go ahead and loot and occupy, even though we gain no gold, just to cause some problems and see if we can't cause a rebellion and see if we can fight it. More experience, more gold.
Can I help you?
More grudging. 2 skill points to pass out. I think we will happily go for Stand Your Ground and Morgrim's Favored. Does the... I need to figure out what the big boys here upgrade through. What does the Rune Golem upgrade? His melee attack 41, 43. Most likely just because of the overall experience gain. Miners, Dwarf Warriors, and Longbeards. I don't think they count as those. I believe they most likely count as Hammerers, but we shall go with Morgrim's Favored for the artillery increase, since I believe this will go to all of the units that our sappers can actually drop down as well. So our red line is as upgraded as I'd like.
Runelord.
For our Rune Lord here, we should come on over and grab him. Anything that makes him harder to kill. Or plate armor up to 155 armor. Works for me. Doesn't help out so much when fighting against demons, which is what is currently happening, but we'll make do. Only buildings that should be here is things that... Oh, gross. We gotta spend a good deal of money repairing. That's fine. We might as well be making something from the settlement, even if it's very, very little. We've got 13,000 to spend. I think we will upgrade the Frozen City to a Dwarf Keep. Hellebrand is doing some raiding. That's because she's rude, and she knows that Grombrindal can't do anything about it. Grombrindal is actually recruiting in a Thunder Cannon. He has himself a Flame Cannon already, and we are going to be putting in the Iron Drakes with pistol braces. Oof, English. Which will actually get you through. That's a felony. You gotta be careful, guys. Iron Drakes with the normal and the pistol as a support. going to be our front line, which is going to be nasty. And then the Quarrelers will be the back line with their 64 missile strength. We also got themselves a group of sappers because those are so amazing. I kind of wanted to throw one in every single army just because they need one. And then our Master Engineer, King Lun, has finally arrived. Grombrindal's army is about to be very, very nasty. Or Spite Reach, where we are currently hanging out. If we throw in some walls, we are likely to try to lure Hellebron in. And then what do we want over here? We don't have all that many growth buildings in Harganeth, so let's get that going. New barley field. Upgrade the vineyard as well for very limited 1100. How are we looking on heroes? We can help recruit 2 more runesmiths and 3 more thanes. We've got Snorri Arkhandrazkalson. He'll be rolling over here with Fergal. You have yourself a thane? Nay, and you need one.
The throng is mustered. Strengthen the shield wall.
You will indeed strengthen the shield wall. 4 growth points, we just need the gold to upgrade Grond. We need to be beating out of our enemies. We can make a bit more from elsewhere, though. We could upgrade the guild marketplace. Pretty cheap, and it takes us from increasing trade resources by 2% up to 5%. And building income by an additional 5. I think we'll go for the Master Masons Guild Hall, though. Just for way more marble production and more income generated. And then the miners below always just keep the area surrounding a bit safer. Honestly, we could just do both. Get our economy stabled out a bit more. And then we can keep working on dealing with this in the south. Due to a couple of our technological advances here, our Dwarven emissaries, we are increasing with relations with Alario quite well. In fact, we have a military pact with them, a defensive one. However, the Wood Elves do not like us, and it's continuing to go down. I could keep giving them Saxo gold. I would rather increase our relations via battle with enemies, though. So, if they declare war on us, Alario will have to make her choice then. Hopefully we have the greater relations. I'm not exactly sure how they decide who to side with. Hopefully it's just strength because we will win. If not, well, uh-oh. For Oldest Morgrimel, my plan is to make kind of an armored core. So he has grudge tanks, 3 cannon juggernauts, and 2 with the bolt throwers. These guys can actually fire while moving. So they aren't as bad as I was making them out to be. I would like to at least try them out, give them a chance. We'll have an armored core unit here. I was kind of bringing them around because I feel like this would be... These are huge armies on the borders here. Even with an agreement, I don't know, I don't trust it. The elves are a sneaky bunch. Let's not do any more recruiting. We'll swing over to Kragrith Deep. This was the more centralized location, and then we'll kind of wait. A bit spooky. We've got some grudges as well to deal with. We've got the dark-hearted Elgi, the goth-loving Elgi. They have, we need to kill Hellebron. And then also raid any region belonging to the goth Elgi. Alden has been kind of chilling on the borders as well, just because it's been a very tense standoff. They will not give me military access, so if I would like to move across, I am going to be trespassing, which is going to hurt relations with Alariel as well. So this has kind of been one of those things where I'm not really wanting to cause problems with our allies just yet.
Lad, what can I do?
Steal some tech.
I will consult the guild tomes.
You really should. Well done. I don't know why they're tearing statues down, but well done. Let's move back to the Chimerica Spider. And then we will figure out what he's doing later on. Alariel is still, she's been sitting here for several turns. This has been about 5 turns since the end of the last episode, so this is going to be one more lord that needs to be moving, and that would be Fergal. I was going to make him mostly a Slayer army to go with all of his cannons. We do have the Longbeards for now, and I think I'm going to keep them just because they do hand out that encourage, allowing our Slayers to fight. Wait, Slayers don't need encourage, do they? Oh, they absolutely don't. So we could just get rid of these Longbeards. I mean, I really like Longbeards. They should probably stay. But he was recruiting up an army of Slayers to go with all of his artillery and cannons. These bolt throwers are definitely going to get replaced with pretty much anything else.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Let's grab our normal stance and just keep moving. Well, if we go in March, we get some buffs. He hangs out in March stance a couple turns in a row. Got some damaged buildings. We're going to ignore that because that's up here in Quark, which was sacked by Hellebron. And we'll end the turn. He has decided to attack Quark again because you are rude. Well, you know what? We could probably fight this one and maybe kill the Reaper Bolt Throwers. The problem is Hellebron's just going to fly right over and terrify off these really weakened forces. So, honestly, probably not worth fighting. We'll allow that one to go. You going to claim the settlement this time? Rude? No, you're going to sack it again? I'm sure that was really profitable. Yep, she took 39 coins with her. She's just doing it to be spiteful at this point. You have our large-scale shell production finished now, so again, the Dwarven Forges speak, casting a new type of ammunition. Large shells filled with Cinder Blast, dropping upkeep by 5% and giving us 10% more ammo. It'd be cool if we got that upgrade. We could see it visually. I'm not gonna beg for it, but it'd be cool. Alright, let's grab Grombrindal. Can we use the underway to get out in front of her? We can't catch her, but I'd like to see if she can intercept us. Oh, you failed. Can't you do anything right, Hellebron?
What do you want?
I want you to start our war with the Norskins. All of your cannons is going to prove to be quite a lot for them to deal with. We can start our war over here at this Troll Fjord. Most of this is land we can claim. We can't take most of the... I'm not going to claim any of the Chaotic Wasteland just because it's not worth it. If Ursus is still alive, we'll hand them off to him. But for now, we will just claim the Norskin bits that are frozen and leave the rest of it for the savages to control. We'll beat them back as necessary. So yeah, Fergal, I was sprinting you back this way to defend, but I think Oldest can handle that. Let's turn you around in March stance. Back up this way. Park needs to be repaired. We'll get on that. Not going to build any of the other buildings, though, because that would be a bit foolish. I'm just happy to go ahead and repair for now. We'll save some gold, I think. Unless we can build something really nice. Listen, I can be bribed. Always, always can be bribed. For our next technology, we can get a bit more money from our trade. Dane's Authority also sounds pretty good. Assembly lines gives us less recruitment cost. And recruitment duration for gyrocopter and bombers. I'm not really keen on them just yet. Plus, we haven't got the building to actually recruit the Thunder Barges just yet. Which would be the only ones that I really care about. For the technology over here, Hail of Bullets gives those a bit more... Ooh, hang on now. Mass production, more ammunition, and 5% less reload time for all our artillery units. Even more ammo. The shells shall rain. Oh, it looks like the end for the Dark Elves is very soon.
Yes.
This gigantic army has arrived.
Trained by the White Tower.
Your end is near, Vreneth. See if I can steal some more tech from you. I don't have money. We are poor. But let's at least get moving south to see what Tyrion's up to.
Let us move.
Scarpel's lair. No, no, no. Let's not be mean to the High Elves just yet. There are so many armies down here. Ooh, that's a spooky one, isn't it?
Let us begin.
I'm glad we managed to make friends with her early on. She should hopefully focus her efforts elsewhere now. Hopefully is the key word there, though. Let's bring it into our good old diplomacy.
Those who displease me do not live to tell of it.
You got a funky thing going on with your voice there. I will happily take a non-aggression pact.
My wise counsel.
I don't know about all that. I just would like some money. Thank you dearly.
Anon.
By the light of the
Colin would also like to go ahead and grab a non-aggression. Don't mind if I do.
Dwarf. Do you bring news from the mountain realms?
Nope. You bring me gold.
Done.
Prince Eltharion.
Ivres. We might use some of our gold to get a non-aggression with Ivres, just so we don't have to worry about getting jumped by... And watch they stab him in the back, just because of this.
For the fallen.
We will soon see.
Fangs.
The Alliance of Order is coming together. We will definitely give them the agreements they want. I'm not going to drain money from Dalabheim. Sorry, guys. You're getting smashed by Norska.
As you say, sir.
At this point, we're just here for the extra help. Drin also? Yeah,
Aye,
definitely.
Iron Fist. Some call me a king. You are welcome here.
I would call you a runt. Grombrindal could beat you up in a fight. Take all your gold, soon your mountain kingdoms.
Agreed.
Said it best.
Sigma's...
Got all sorts of new buddies now.
No!
World Walkers want to be... They're actually at war with all of the evil factions, which is very interesting. Hopefully they get wiped out before... He's only down to 4 settlements. Grog is bullying him pretty hard there. We will swing on out now. Center, you need to be doing some replenishing, although I think you're not going to be doing much in the Fortress of the Damned here. They have one more settlement, the Silver Tower of Sorcerers. We're going to want to get you moving up that way, so out of the awful settlement, into encamp stance. Oh, we're going to be doing no replenishing at all, even in encamp. Unfortunate. We may need to move back south a bit into friendlier territories. How far can we make it? Not far enough. That's a bit unfortunate. I think we can scoot over to here, though. And then just kind of right over. We're going to keep this settlement as is. I'm not going to upgrade it at all. We're going to hope that we can... Hope Valky is back.
Mindless or foolhardy?
Well, you're very good at being sneaky now that you've joined up with Sigvald, and I'm not having it. Urgle,
What?
we need you to get moving.
The dwarf
All sorts of bad stuff's going on. Alden, you're hanging out. Swing into this one so I can see a bit better.
Onward. Yeah.
Kind of want our armored core to start moving back north. Let's kind of bring you to Hoggrafe.
As the High King commands.
You can swing out to the ocean, and then I think it's going to be all hands on deck dealing with Sigvald.
Silence, worm!
Valky is a mess. Alright, with all that dirtling around, we'll go ahead and end the turn now. Outpost available? Ooh, hang on now. I said we're going to end the turn. Outpost with Avalorn sounds good. Oh, I've already built it. Okay. Well, how long is Nordland going to be independent from the Empire? Probably not that long. Malekith is back. Oh, great. We'll accept that mission then. Does anyone else have any missions? We do like missions here. Avalorn does not have no missions for anyone. Okay, well, now we will end the turn. With a good deal of gold in our back pocket, we want to see what we can do with it next turn here. Welch is back, and he's got a full suite of champions. That's actually going to be quite exciting. So this one will most likely be a defeat as they are predicting, but I'm happy to actually take the fight to them and make them work for it. Unless we're behind the walls, and in which case, I don't know about that one. That's a lot of champions. We are behind the walls. And you know what? Let's fight to the death. See what we got. Bring it on, Mung. And the grape juice boy. Alright. So defending this one is going to be very difficult just because they have so much very heavily armored armor-piercing damage themselves. So normally our box that we would just kind of form up into is going to take a lot of damage just on that initial charge because of those great weapons. I think best course of action is probably going to be pulled up over here, force them through these two angles. Obviously, we're going to have to deal with everyone else streaming through the other side here, but I think if we put in the towers here and here, we can convince them not to move through there. The AI is kind of funky about that. This one may also backfire for us, and we just lose 2 towers for free. Let's go ahead and put those there. I may have miners holding this position. Just holding the fort down for as long as they can. Then everyone else can come back down over here. Explosive miners. Dwarf warriors.
They have wronged us.
You here. Just want to try to pile up as many of the enemy in one spot as I can. That way our quarrelers can mess them up. Something good. Bring you a little ways away. These grudge throwers are going to have a hard time getting any good damage. We can put them in here. They can kind of just launch away at these guys the whole time. All the miners together as one. Put these dwarf warriors here.
Dwarf warriors!
You guys kind of in the back.
For the caravan
Back up. Alright, these guys should hopefully take a while to get all the way across the map. By then, we should have done a bit of damage to these and hopefully eliminated this first group. Let's get it. Alright, catapults. Start blasting away at horsemen.
Understood, Lord.
You guys move up just enough so you're not getting flanked. But you can force them into the coral shots.
War of vengeance.
Go ahead and come on over to make sure no one gets through. Explosives.
They have wronged us.
Bring them over as well.
Pump those dwarfen legs.
Catapult is not getting a lot of good hits. Let's make sure they're not firing on the really fast units then. We needed that catapult to get as much damage as possible. Everyone else is moving forward, getting shot apart by our towers. Hopefully dropping a few, or at least getting through that armor a little bit. Miners are not going to hold long. Oh, they're not firing on the right targets. That would be why. Blink away at those champions. Please go ahead and just decimate this group of horsemen. We need that quite desperately there. Blast away at this group.
Yes.
Alright, they're gone. Switch targets.
Mountain at home. Miners. Dwarf warriors. Move now.
Yeah, we don't want you guys throwing your explosives, so come stand over here for a moment.
For the
Bring these warriors up.
Right far, right fast.
Picking that group apart. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Get some more towers in.
We demand blood. Miners.
And throw your explosives at this group of champions is coming up.
Fire. Quarrelers.
Warlords keep blasting away. Catapult.
Thrower.
You as well. Don't stop.
Get him.
They have been engaged.
Miners.
Bring these miners out beyond the walls so we can actually maybe use them later on. These guys are holding back an absolute ton of units. Actually, can this catapult fire into that group?
We demand blood.
Try to lob some shots over that wall there. Make yourselves useful.
Put the eggs.
Pull you back. No reason to charge on in.
For the ancestor gods.
Alright, that first group is broken. Did not hold for that long, sadly.
Quarrelers. Fire on the four. Satisfy the grudge.
Turn around and start chopping.
Kazoo.
Unfortunate that they give you the
We demand
normal miners as your leader. The squishiest unit possible. These miners are holding in. Hopefully a couple of the catapult shots can get up and start hitting some lads. Almost throw them. There we go. That's the unit. Start launching those rocks.
Bring them down.
Killing the Lord is not going to do much, but he at least will not then be on a mount.
Down.
You guys fire on those Marauder Hunters. Let's go on this back line here. They're kind of coming across. We're going to start losing our leadership. Fair enough.
Pull out.
Oh, no, that's our last group of warriors here.
Miners.
Not our last group, but if I bring these guys over, then our catapults are completely exposed.
We stay put.
Not much to do.
For the Karazanko. Take an aim.
Keep blasting away. You almost have him.
Pull out.
Towers are not doing all that well. Put in another. That's just a normal item.
For the ancestors.
That group is running.
Pull out. We fire on your command.
You guys get any good shots in on the Hmong? Any at all? Oh no, Quarrelers pull back.
Move. Like the vengeance.
Keep blasting. You guys come on around.
For the Ancestors! We stay
back.
put. Strike out! For the Karazhan Corps!
They're turning and firing on my tower there. Rude. Really bad idea what you're doing there.
Fire on the edge! We are relentless!
Come on back and be relentless over here. Although you might have just saved yourselves.
Dwarf warriors!
Send these dwarf warriors around.
It is a reckoning!
Come on, break these units here.
Go! The clans
You guys keep
unite!
charging in. We are gonna lose the battle.
For Grimnir! Off we go!
Yeah, see if we can drag them back this way. Keep launching those rocks. They are coming up on you. You better keep launching those rocks, dude. You got no choice.
Take him down!
Group's gone. You guys are kind of firing on the wrong dudes, though.
Locked and loaded!
Focus together on these champions here. We might be able to get good damage on them.
Take them down! Dwarf warriors! And withdraw!
Oh no, the end is upon us.
Miners!
Not a lot else we can do there. If I upgrade the tower, it's going to stop shooting for a moment.
Warriors!
And the champions have arrived. Let the Dawi mashup begin.
Dash!
They're just not all that great in a fight. They're very good at holding the line. They don't dish all that much damage back. Oh, that was a very good shot. Artillery team actually putting in work. While they still can. Keep fighting. To the very end.
Miners! Ready to strike!
Here comes the last charge of the miners. Not even swinging at anyone.
Do not shame your ancestors!
They're just gonna stand there. That's unfortunate.
Withdraw!
Those champions absolutely destroyed them. Charging into the next group. Gonna get some crumping, and that's a valiant defeat. A valiant defeat. We did end up killing their lord, but those champions are just, they're a menace. We killed as many as we could. Most of their cavalry is dead and gone, but they can recruit them up pretty quickly. But that does weaken their force at least a little bit, so the next group that comes on in can try to sweep them away. Scheme of Doom has been performed. And Mulder. And then the Frozen City has been besieged. Volkia the Bloody. You better hope that auto-resolve isn't mean to you, Volkia. We have the Savage Settler Grudge. Ashrak has been claimed. We must claim it back. Ooh, a decisive defeat. It is thinking that Volkia is going to and she probably will destroy us, I can't lie. In one-on-one combat, and very little can stop Volkia, so we kind of want to keep her bogged down in single units while we kill the rest of her army, and then scare her off. But that's going to be for the next episode. For now, I'm out of time for today. I have been Space Wizard War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub zone, and I will see you on the next one.